Please remember to hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video. Also, in the description of this video, you can find our compiled link. Through that link, you can support the channel via our Patreon or through our affiliate links, including your playmat. If you want a custom playmat or custom card sleeves, buy them through there and it helps out the channel and you get a 10% discount. And through our TCG Player affiliate link. If you're going to buy cards, buy them through TCG Player and it helps out the channel. Also, we have our Discord if you want to chat with us. We have Twitter if you want to stay up to date on all the happenings. We have TikTok if you want to check out anything funny. And we have my Pokemon channel if you're into Pokemon, so check out LuxJ. And we will see you in the video. How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back with another video. We're doing a Second Thoughts today. New series. Second Thoughts is going to be a series where I go through previously released commanders and talk about cards that have been released since that commander came out as upgrades and updates. So the first video I'll be doing is on Edgar Markov, because we have all these new vampire toys to play with, and I'm very excited about this. And a lot of people seem to be building Edgar, so I figured if you already have Edgar, here's some ideas to upgrade the deck or update the deck. And also, I got a giveaway going on. So if you want to join the giveaway, check the compiled link down below. Through the compiled link, you can find the giveaway. I'm doing a poll to see what everyone's favorite commanders are for each color and color pairing. And whatever commander gets the most votes individually, I'm going to be building a budget commander deck around, playing it on the channel, signing the commander, and sending it off to somebody that answered the poll. And the last question in the poll is a direct way to influence the channel by giving me ideas that you'd like to see on the channel, ways I could make my videos better, things that you like about the channel, things that you don't like about the channel, just a way that I can see what's going on in the community and what the community thinks about my content and ways I can improve my content to make the community happier with it. And that's actually how I got this series idea. Thank you to Tomby and Daniel Zitnick for both of you guys coming up with this idea, and I think it's fantastic, and I'm really excited to go and start this series. So thank you guys again. I'll be DMing you guys or something because I'm going to send you guys some stickers for this idea. And yeah, we're going to hop into this. So Edgar Markov Second Thoughts. The categories I'll be talking about today are new vampires for the deck, some new counter synergies, some new tribal synergies, aristocrats and sacrifice synergies, token cards, and some one-off cards. And yeah, let's do this. New vampires that you can throw into Edgar Markov. I've got a lot here. There's been some good ones that have come out. And also, when I do these series, I'm not going to be talking about just straight up staple cards. Like, I'm not going to talk about Smothering Tithe or Dockside Extortionist, because those are just too obvious. I'll be going through the more meat and potatoes of the deck, the better, like the more synergistic cards as opposed to just the good cards. And so yeah, vampires. You have a lot of these are also from Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt, because that's a huge amount of new vampires for the deck. We have Anya, Maid of Honor, Bloodthirsty Adversary, Callous Blood Mage, Cemetery Gatekeeper, Cordial Vampire, Crossway Troublemakers, Cruel Celebrant, Edgar, Charmed Groom, Falconwrath Pitfighter, Felisa, Fang of Silverquill. I love this card, especially for its counter synergies. Immerstrom Predator. I didn't even realize this card was a vampire at first, but it's an indestructible sack outlet, basically. That's fantastic, and it's also a vampire. It creates its own token, so even if you have nothing on the board, you play Immerstrom Predator, Eminence, you get a token, boom. It can automatically make itself indestructible, so it's safe no matter what. Camber the Plunderer and Lorin the Diversion, Markov Enforcer, Midnight Arsonist, Olivia Crimson Bride, Striffin Morer Progenitor, Timothar Baron of Bats, Vampire Socialite. Yeah, a lot of them are from Crimson Vow. Vanewitch Coven. This card I think is great, especially if you have lifelink synergies or life gain synergies, which you probably will with like Blood Artist style effects. Welcoming Vampire, Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats, Bloodline Preserver, and Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. All of those vampires definitely could find spots inside your deck. inside an Edgar Markov deck. They're very powerful cards, and it's gonna hard to make cuts. It's getting very close to the point where Edgar is very difficult to make cuts for because there's just so many good options. But these are some very good vampires that you have to think about when building Edgar or when updating Edgar. And yeah, just good vampires there. Next up, I'm going to talk about some new +1/+1 counter synergies because Edgar Markov puts counters on all your vampires. You've got Nikara, Layer Scavenger, Nykthos, Paragon, especially if you have life gain synergies, Shale and Embrose. I love this card in this deck because front side adds more counters. That's always nice. Backside, you can use to kill your tokens and draw cards and put counters on things, and that's just great. It's a very, very, very cool card there. Sword of Truth and Justice. It's got Proliferate. And the Ozolith. The Ozolith seems amazing in the deck. Like, unreal. Unreal card there. And next, we're going to talk about some tribal cards. So not specifically vampires, but just cards that work well in a tribal deck. Icon of Ancestry, Pyre of Heroes, Etchings of the Chosen, Haunting Voyage, Molten Echoes, Rally the Ranks, Species Specialist, Death Priest of Merkel, Glass Cast Heart, Markov Retribution, Olivia's Wrath, Sorin the Mirthless, and Pact of the Serpent. All of those very solid tribal cards. You're already running tribal vampires, so why not just throw some of these in? Just very synergistic cards there. If you're running your Edgar Markov deck as more of an aristocrat sacrifice style deck, then this next section is stuff that you're going to really want to look at because there's some very, very good sacrifice themed cards, including Bastion of Remembrance, Blight Mound, Hoffrey Ghost Forge, Liliana Dreadhorde General, Midnight Reaper, Sir Conrad, Meathook Massacre, Flesh Taker, Mayhem Devil, Tevish Zat, and Teysa Karlov. Teysa Karlov seems really sweet in this deck. Next, token synergies. There's a lot of token cards. Like, you're going to be making a lot of tokens, so why not do stuff that's good with tokens? Some of the new token cards are God Eternal Oketra, make some bigger tokens. Divine Visitation, turn your vampires into angels. That seems pretty good. Kaya Geist Hunter, kind of a one-shot Anointed Procession in the deck. What Anointed Procession should already be in the deck. So Thalas, Reverent Medium, extra tokens. And Idol of Oblivion, just a card draw engine if you're making tokens. So it's a good card draw engine. And lastly, we got the one-off cards. I've got a few one-off cards here that seem very good. Plume the Forbidden. It's just a very good card draw outlet. If you're going to get your board wrath, then you can sack everything to draw cards. It seems very powerful in the deck. Luminous Broodmoth has protection, and if you're sacrificing something, it can come back with a flying counter and just be better because of that. Lolith, Spider Queen. It's going to provide you some good card draw, some good token creation, and as you're playing the deck, it's just going to gain loyalty because your deck's going to be focused around all these little vampires and bigger vampires, and vampires are going to be dying and stuff, so seems good. Strixhaven Stadium. This is a very go wide deck, so Strixhaven Stadium could easily become a win con, and at its worst, it's a mana rock, so seems like a good auto include there. Voldaren Estate, a new land that works very well with vampires, creates blood tokens. Even if you're not really utilizing the blood tokens that much with Edgar, which you really could. You could lean kind of heavily into the blood token theme. But even if you're not, it's still very good because it's just card advantage. Ayara, Burst of Lochthwain. This card seems pretty fantastic because it's a sacrifice outlet, and I believe the tokens that Edgar makes are black vampire creature tokens, so it's also going to cause life drain. The tokens are black, yes. So it will cause life drain, which is really nice. And lastly, Rise of the Dreadmarn. I just like this card. I think it's very cool for go-wide strategies. And there's not that many black go-wide strategies, but this is one. So I think this is a decent spot for it. It's a good board wipe protection card. I like it. I think it's cool. And that is the end of my second thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about this new series. Let me know what commanders you want to see next. And let me know how I did. Let me know if there's any cards that I should have mentioned that I didn't. And yeah. I purposely did not go over the Ixalan block, which has a lot of good vampires for this commander, but it was just very soon after the original deck came out that I figured most of those upgrades would have already been done, because it was just very, very soon after. So I figured if you had an Edgar deck, you probably already have all your Ixalan and Rivals of Ixalan cards in the deck. So I talk about other stuff, because that would have taken up a pretty big portion of this video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.